Actually, you know what? Screw it. Go when ready. Alright, anyway, we're back into the game, and Luna turns right around. The DDoS attack was unsuccessful. Luna is back in the game. I'm pretty sure they can still probably win this 4v5, but we'll let things play out. So, taking a look at things, Storm Spirit is pretty much the only chance that they have. I have not noticed this before. This little animation. Well, I've noticed that one. Pipe already up though, so it really doesn't matter. The treants are just able to walk through like there's nothing. Luna illusions are just. Oh, really? Oh, now we're seeing some fighting here. Nature's Prophet wasn't able to get off a cast on anything. They end up going, well, 4 for 2. So that's an improvement. And Ogre Magi, though, doesn't look too alive right now. Yeah, and Lucent Beam does manage to finish him off. And, oh, this is a very sad Phantom Lancer. And all that pause just for the GG. Phantom Lancer, though, in true fashion, true competitive fashion. No GG, no surrender. Fight to the bitter end. Never mind. Run away. So, I mean, I think their biggest problem was that their supports just never really gave Phantom Lancer the time to roam, or the room that he needed. They roamed way too early, although with Firebolt dying so much at the top, he needed to kind of stay back and play more passively. Feeding First Blood that early on in the game, before the first creep waves even came out, was the biggest issue in my opinion. Just getting too aggressive and trying to ward up the pole camp, when there was not much of a reason to. And then feeding like 2 more deaths to him and forcing the support staff to rotate. So, I mean, well played there by the Dire team. They did a good job shutting down the Phantom Lancer and getting everything that they needed. And we're going to see you all in the next game. So, congratulations to to Team Page 1, and good luck in the next game to both teams. Okay, see you there. darn it. US West. Oh man.
Nobody wants to give me I do have a victory point card,
Oh, already gone. Jeez. Here I just need more water because I need to keep talking apparently. Oh. Alright, anyway, give me 1 second. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Liquid Pasture Community League, week number 4. I am Leloup, and I'm bringing to you this game today. It is Team Page 1 on the Radiant side versus Team number 65 on the Dire side. Last game, this is game number 2 of the best of 3 series. Last game, Team Page 1 put together a beautiful, beautiful 5-man strategy. Basically getting their Luna pretty well farmed up. Ended up getting a very fast Mantis-Style. I'm not exactly sure on the exact timing of it, but an incredibly fast Mantis-Style. Managed to 5-man, or basically push down every tower, keeping the Phantom Lancer of the enemy team starved out, and essentially rolled over in less than 25 minutes. I think it was a 22-minute GG. So, anyway, looking at this game, I would not be. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what's banned out, what's picked in this one. So far, we have a TA and Nyx Assassin banned out by team number 65 on the Dire team, and a Bat Rider and Darkseer banned out by Team Page 1 on the Radiant side. And Magnus is going to be the first pick here. Interesting. Magnus is a good pick. I don't know. First pick material, maybe. It all depends on what exactly you're looking to do. So we're going to see. It is obviously going to be a bit of a change up on the style. Maybe they're not going to go for so much of the 5 or the 4 protect 1 that you need to do when you run a Phantom Lancer. But we'll have to see exactly what they decide to do with this. Magnus is pretty good though. Can do mid pretty well. I've seen a few times where he can be running offensive tri-lane. It's a little weird. Maybe not the most ideal situation, but he can also off-lane as well, and he can do one-on-ones decently. Meanwhile, we're seeing from Team Page 1 a little bit out of the book of Team number 65 last game. They pick up a Keeper of the Light, which, in all honesty, he's just so strong right now. The Illuminate spam just kills anything in front. Like, anytime you try to push, it just stops it dead. And if you try engaging into it, it's just not going to work well for you. So we're going to have to see exactly what they decide to do with it. But I imagine we're probably going to see a hard carry paired with it. They might stick with the Luna. Oh, and they go with the Shadow Demon. So, great pairing right there. Shadow Demon, Disruption, Keeper of the Light, spam. It basically ensures that you're going to get a full Coddle Blast off anytime that you want to, as long as you coordinate it properly, obviously. Because if you don't coordinate it properly at all, you have the potential to have things go really, really wrong for you. So, regardless, I think it's a good pickup. It's a good combination. It gives you a very strong tri-lane, which is exactly what you want out of your first 2 picks if you can do it like that. Curious to see what else is going to be picked up here. See how Team 65 decides to counteract this. No Nyx available, so they don't have that kind of easy counter to it. Trying to think what else could be done. They do have the Magnus, so it's going to be curious to see if they run the Magnus mid. If they decide to go for the Luna here, it is possible they could do that just to keep it away from Allure. Allure on Luna last game was absolutely insane. Got up, really good farm. They go with the Queen of Pain though. We'll go with the Queen of Pain early on. And I think that's a little limiting because now you're basically going to know exactly what you need to ban out if you're team page one. They've basically had to show their hand. Queen of Pain is going to run mid. Magnus is going to be run solo lane. And depending on what their supports are, what they pick up here is going to tell if you're going to be running against an off lane or a tri lane, or an off lane or an aggressive tri lane. I feel, but it is still a little open. You might be, they might run Magnus solo safe lane. It is a possibility. Magnus is a pretty strong laner. Um, does does do well. Does do well enough on his own that you can afford to do something like that. And they end up picking up a gyrocopter as well. So maybe it's still does give. This actually leaves them a little bit more open than had they picked up a support. I feel gyrocopter can be run in an offensive tri lane pretty well. Can be run on the safe lane pretty well as well. So it does allow them to react more to what Team Page 1 picks here. Team Page 1, I would not be surprised to see a carry come out. Could be Luna. Could be, could be Luna. Could be Shadow Demon. Or, not Shadow Demon. Could be Phantom Lancer. If it's not either one of them, I imagine that they're going to pick up the hard carry later, but I would not be surprised to see them banned out after in the second phase if they decide not to go that way. So I think the right move here is to pick up your hard carry and finish off your tri lane. It's going to be a life stealer, which is really good. Nake's so strong right now, and picking him up third is actually really good because they basically can ban out a lot of things that would give them trouble. If you ban out Bane, if you ban out Clockwork, if you ban out Beastmaster, and if you make them your three bans, they're going to have a really hard time doing anything to you, and it's still going to give you a lot of options. You can still have a Storm Spirit. If you go Storm Spirit, Lifestealer, Storm Spirit zips in, Lifestealer pops out, and that's just an insane amount of burst damage onto anybody that you find. Not to mention you have the ability to hold him in place for the Lifestealer, so the Lifestealer can also get his auto attacks in as your Storm Spirit is as well. It's just really not a fun combination to play against, I have to say. Other possibilities still exist. I mean, Puck and Lifestealer is a very good combination. And Puck goes head to head against Queen of Pain incredibly well, especially if you have a very talented player. All that. I'm a little surprised to see a lone druid banned out. It would make a lone druid pick would make sense, but yeah, I really do I'm kind of afraid for them if Team Page 1 here has the ability to pick up a Storm Spirit, because a Storm Spirit would go really nicely into this lineup. Trying to think. From the Team Page 1, we are seeing the standard bans out. Team 65 needs supports. Good supports like Rubik. Rubik is a good ban, obviously. Venomancer. Venomancer is a strong ban as well. Again, Leshrac ban maybe. Maybe see something like... Interesting, a Tinker ban as well. Not really sure about that one. I mean, I guess Tinker is a good ban because you don't want to be fighting into that much anti-push. But I still feel if you have a Puck on this team, you're going to be in trouble. Because Lifestealer Puck is just going to be able to wreck face entirely. And especially if Puck gets a good ulti down and manages to catch a few people and then keep her lights allowed a full chance to illuminate, just nobody's going to be able to escape. Nature's Prophet ban as well. So we're seeing some interesting bans and some bans here from both teams, I have to say. The Venomancer makes sense. Venomancer kind of fell out of favor, kind of back in favor now. Interesting, an Enigma pickup. So they're going for a big amount of five-man team fight. And I imagine Enigma's probably going to get the BKB first. Or Soul Ring and then BKB almost immediately. He's going to skip the Blink Dagger because as long as Magnus has the Blink initiation, he doesn't really need to get that. Magnus blinks in RPs, and then anybody that's caught in the RP can just be Black Hold. And it's a good combination, but I think it does leave their lanes really weak. And Team Page 1 does have the ability to punish that. And there you have it, actually a Puck. And like I said, this is actually the right move. Puck is really, really strong for the Radiant side if they had somebody who could play him. you can basically infest the puck. Puck blinks in or orbs in, gets the good dream coil off, and then silences everybody. Keeper of the Light channels the Illuminate, Lifestealer pops out, and all of a sudden you've got the team fight that you need. And if you can get the initiation off, you're going to have the much better engagement. So that's going to be a big problem, I feel like. Although, biggest thing about that is Enigma does have Black Hole. Black Hole goes through BKB. Home. And this is just full team fight. Yeah, this is the epitome of five-man team fighting. And Clinks now as well from the other team. So, this is going to be interesting. I'm feeling aggressive tri-lane coming out of Radiant's side. Aggressive tri-lane Keeper, Shadow, Lifestealer, Clinks on the solo safe lane, Puck in the mid, and we're probably going to see Queen of Pain mid, Magnus, solo bot, Gyrocopter, Enigma, and Lich up top, with Enigma obviously being in the jungle. And this is going to spell a little bit of disaster, I think, for Dire Team. They are not going to be able to get the levels that they need. I don't feel like if Radiant side seems to go aggressive tri-lane, which is what this final Clinks pick tells me exactly. And they're going to have to watch out because they're going to be able to split push and team fight pretty effectively. And then as long as Clinks also does one more thing that I really like. Clinks is going to be able to split push really strong. So I have to say I like that Clinks pickup at the end there. So, anyways, doing the introductions right now while we're paused. On the Magnus, we have Emerald Gwaine. On the Lich, we have 520. Emulator playing Queen of Pain. Carbonal on the Enigma. And Cubesade on the Gyrocopter. On the Radiant side, we have Gadfly on the Shadow Demon. Horza on Clinks. Based Heverin style, or Havenrin style on the Keeper of the Light. Slippy on the Lifestealer, and we are just waiting on... Oh, it's a lower on the Puck. Yep, and a lower on the Puck. So, I'm definitely curious to see where Shadow Demon and Keeper of the Light go. And Lifestealer as well. I really want to kind of see them go up top. I think that's the best move for them. I think that Dire Team really would not be ready for that. It is going to be curious to see. And I think they know that they might be in a little bit of trouble after the Clinks pick. Everything about it before that said it was going to be defensive, and then Clinks comes in, and a solo Clinks lane is not going to be fun for Magnus either. Any orb walker is just bad for a melee hero. And yeah, they're not even moving to defend the jungle, so they're going to be able to get the wards down pretty effectively. Keeper of the Light does have the 2 wards available. Oh man, poor ping issues. Slippy apparently dealing with some ping issues. I think we can sympathize. We've all been there before. Anyway, taking a look around. I mean, 4-man roam into the jungle, not encountering a soul at all. Blocks the pull camp. So yeah, this is going to be an aggressive tri-lane, and this is not what this is not what Dire Team wants to see, because Enigma is just not going to give you what you need. I'm not gonna lie. If I was that Enigma pick really should have been last. I think they really needed to leave themselves open, but it is as it is. And Magnus is going to grab the double damage rune. So Magnus is going to be, Magnus. I'm not sure where Magnus is going. Yeah, I'm not really sure where Magnus is heading off to right now. Maybe heading off to help out the tri-lane up top. Might just be sacrificing the lane entirely. A little bit. Oh, I thought originally that missed, but apparently they've got a kill on. They've got first blood. Lifestealer gets the kill too. So good job on their part getting Lifestealer first blood. That is 450 gold. Boosts them up pretty nicely. And we're gonna see. I mean, you're gonna see. This is not what they want, and now Gyrocopter, if they do any, or if they are able to take this camp away and pull that into lane here, then Gyrocopter is going to be in a lot of trouble. Magnus Magnus is basically just farming the jungle. He's sacrificed the lane already. He knows that he can't fight against Clinks. Taking a look at last hits, Clinks. Clinks is going to be somebody that you're going to have to watch out for because he's going to be looking at a very, very, very fast Orchid here. I don't know exactly what time we're going to be looking at, but this is not something that you want to see if you're on the other team. Oh, Clinks makes a little bit of a misstep. So they have the Lich there. The Lich is going to be able to keep the creep wave from being pulled too heavily towards the Radiant Tower. So they are going to have that going in their favor. But, I mean, you're still going to have to worry about the farm. Gyrocopter only has 2 last hits. Lifestealer's sitting on 5 already. And in mid, Queen of Pain is doing really well, but, you know, how long can that last? Queen of Pain and Puck both having about the same. So, I mean, the matchup is incredibly even. Well done for both of them. Just really good, though, for Puck because Puck can dodge the nukes effectively. I'm not sure what's going on here for Radiant side. They do seem to be getting themselves stuck in the jungle. So, who knows what that's going towards. Magnus sitting on level 2. Clinks, though, already up to level 4. And, yeah, I mean, Shadow Demon, Keeper of the Light are roaming around for that Enigma. And they managed to steal a few creep CS from him. So, Enigma is getting, not shut down, I won't say shut down, but he is going to be forced out of the jungle. It's not going to be anywhere near as fast as what you typically need. He is going to hold that off, but Puck can just orb through it. Yeah. And now, basically, he just roamed the 2 supports right into it. He's only got level 1 Malefice. So he's not going to be able to do anything, really contribute to any kind of ganks or anything like that. And Lifestealer, level 3. Gyrocopter's level 3 as well, but Lifestealer does have the first blood gold and sitting at 9 last hits still. Oh. Only bad part about going in on a Gyrocopter, you gotta watch out for the Rocket Barrage. Rocket Barrage does manage to do a lot of damage. And he does cancel the health bot from the flak cannon damage. So, well played by the Gyrocopter on that. A little bit of an oversight, obviously. You never want to get your health bot canceled. And I like this. This is cute. They've eaten a nice little path so that they could see each other through the trees. Taking a look at Clinks. Clinks is farming up incredibly well. There are 23 last hits already. And 1,400. Almost has his first Oblivion staff, so this could be a 12-minute Orchid. I mean, I don't think... If he's rushing straight for Orchid, rather than getting any boots... Oh, damn. I always hate that. Alright, so I missed the kill up top here. Shadow Demon gets the Gyrocopter on the dive from Shadow Demon, Lifestealer, and Keeper of the Light, obviously. So, good kill again by there. Gets an assist for the Shadow Demon. Queen of Pain, forced to back. Puck does have double damage, so Queen of Pain is going to have to watch out here. Puck is going to be looking for this kill. And Queen of Pain has no bottle charges left. Puck sees this. Oh, if he had jumped in, that could have been a death for Queen of Pain. But, oh man, I was too busy watching Queen of Pain. All right, so Keeper of the Light does manage to get lit. So actually, all three up top here are sitting at 1-0 and 2. And you can check it out. I mean, gold graph right now. I'm already up over 2,000 gold. So, starting out really well again for Team Page 1, I have to say. Puck is going to be looking to get the 6-minute rune. Emulator really has to sit really far back. Puck's not even going to wait for it, though. Just going to Bottle Crow. Oh, never mind. Gets their boots. Puck gets their boots. I don't know. Is Puck a he or she an it? I guess it's an it, I suppose. Yeah. So, Puck is going to be waiting for the next rune. Clinks, meanwhile, still farming up really well. Mags shutting down Mags entirely. Mags has 8 last hits. Can't even get to where where the boosts are. Oh, Puck. Puck gets a regen rune. Queen of Pain has to go back entirely. Isn't even going to risk it. Klink's 41 last hits, has his first Oblivion Staff in his inventory already, so well played by him already. Looking around at other levels, Enigma does have Black Hole up. And they do have vision of the two supports sitting down here waiting. So I don't know what exactly from it. Black Hole, I mean, if you get a good Black Hole, and you could turn this around, a good Black Hole, and Gyrocopter not level 6 yet, but oh, he's going in for it. Disruption on, oh, good disruption on the Enigma, but they are going to clean up both, and Gyrocopter gets both kills there. Puck's going to keep them both around. Oh, and they're going to get a counter kill on the Enigma before he even manages to pop off anything. And oh, Lich has to watch out. Lifestealer going right for Lich. Oh, an Emulator. Oh, Emulator taking so much damage. Lifestealer gets the kill on Queen of Pain after the Illuminate Blast. And now another orb in. They're getting super aggressive. A Silence and the Infested. Oh, but great RP by Magnus gets 2. And Disruption used on Puck to save Puck. Just all out fighting up here right now. And this is kind of what you had to expect. This Dire team was not going to let themselves just get out team fought. They had to bring in extra people for it. But, I mean, at the end of the day, 6-2. So, a questionable trade at best. I mean, Gyrocopter didn't go down. Queen of Pain did, but they lost Queen of Pain. They lost Enigma. I don't believe... Did they lose Lich or no? Oh, and there goes Gyrocopter. Speaking of going down. Puck. Oh, Puck is going to get the kill on Enigma here. And, oh... I don't know if they have the chance to... Oh, Keeper of the Light cleans that up. Just, wow. And that's 4 for 3 right there, with Klink still free farming at bottom and going for the tower. Glyph here is popped. It is just one shot away. But it is denied. Oh, good denial by Magnus there. Keeping Klinks from getting his second Oblivion Staff before the 9-minute mark. So... Checking out, 58 last hits on him. Puck is at 31. Lifestealer is at 23. And again, I mean, the only one who's really getting farmed up is Enigma, and Enigma still has his own problems to worry about. Plus side, they do have level 6 on Lich. They do have level 6 on Enigma. They do have level 6 on Queen of Pain. And I think the only one who does not have level 6 is the Gyrocopter, which is a little interesting. I'm not really sure how that works out, but he doesn't have level 6. No. Yep, no. A call down there actually probably could have turned the fight around pretty well. So, it's a little disappointing, I imagine, for him. Oh, jeez. And Puck goes with 3 others to go, or 2 others to get in there and get the kill. Shadow Demon hanging around in the backwoods. And they're going to go right for the mid tower. Mid tower already below half. And no chance on denial on this one, I don't think. Nope, Shadow Demon gets the kill. This is exactly what I guess... I have to imagine that this is exactly what Radiant Team wanted. I don't think you could have anything going better for you. And I'm hesitant to use the word outdraft, but I mean, this really was a smart draft by the Radiant side. Getting the Klinks up at the last, deciding to go with the offensive tri-lane. You knew they were forced to go defensive, and oh man, I'm just so bad at this. Lifestealer gets a kill on the Queen of Pain up in mid here. It's good. Yeah, Silence used, Orb used, and Infest not used, but could have. Good set. Soul Catcher was used as well. 13 second. Yeah, Soul Catcher was used on the Queen of Pain, and I imagine no disruption used on it. Look around. They do have this ward here, which is a great ward for the Radiant side. Does allow them any vision into the woods. Can see this. Can even see this as well. So Enigma's going to have to watch out. Keeper of the Light already knows he's coming. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, he's just going to TP away. No, maybe not. He does have support coming in, so... Shadow Demon up top here. Not really sure where he is now, so... We're going to see. The tower is in deny range. I'm kind of surprised to see the gyro didn't deny it. Probably should have been denied when TP'd in there. Because now he's just giving away 100 gold for nothing. Yeah, as I said, that's a little bit of a mistake in my opinion. Giving away extra gold when you don't have to, especially when you're so far behind. I mean, look at the gold graph. Almost 10,000 we're sitting at. And then XP is almost 7,500 as well. Not exactly what you need to be doing. When you're so far behind and need to get... God, I'm freaking looking away every time. Oh, man. Smoke up here, though, from the two of them. We're going to be taking a look. Going to be roaming around. They're going to try to find Enigma here. Enigma's got to be careful, although they do see the Lich. And Lich also doesn't have a whole lot to... Oh, good counter kill on the Lich, but Keeper Light Illuminate comes in and kills him. Gets the kill right back. And they lose sight of Clinks. Oh, it does take a lot of damage though, all the way down to 60. And actually, the Shadow Strike could. This could. Oh, nope. Good usage. Good usage of the regen rune and the salve to stay alive. Barely manages to do it, but good usage of it. Oh no. Whew. And that was quite the kill there by Puck. Puck blinked in. He got the Dream Coil down and silence. And oh, just the burst damage out of these two heroes alone is just insane. And this is why I felt Puck was such a strong pick. Already has the blink. Has everything else ready to go. Sorry about that. And just the silence goes down and strafe. Searing Arrows, Queen of Pain doesn't have a chance. Going back up top here, though. Going back to what I was saying, though. I mean, the Puck just makes it such a good pick, and you could see exactly what they were doing. Clinks is brought to Keeper of the Light with the ulti. And yeah, they're going to pressure the tier 2 tower now. And once again, this is a case of where is the Dire team going to find farm? Where is Team 65 going to farm? Because right now, they're sitting on a Wraithband and a Ring for their Gyrocopter. Their Lich has more levels than Gyrocopter. And that's not what you want. That is the worst case scenario, I think, for this team. I mean, Enigma's level 8, Lich is level 8, Queen of Pain's only level 8, and Puck blinks in, and they can't fight this. They simply can't fight right now. And again, like I said, I hate to use the word outdraft, but this was just so well designed by the Radiant side that you have to give them credit where it's due. This is exactly what they wanted. And you can see they've managed to shut down this entirely. So while Dire Team has gone with this really fast lineup where, no, they don't need a whole lot of farm, they still at the same time haven't managed to get any kind of farm at all. And, the Orchid's already up. Lifestealer has the armlet. Mechanism already finished on Keeper of the Light, so... And I have to imagine Shadow Demon is going for a Force Staff, which is possibly the last thing that they need. Oh, good Dream Coil on there on 2 by Puck. Puck does manage to keep the Queen of Pain in place. Lich also held in place. The Shadow Demon manages to clean up the Queen of Pain with the Purge, though. So, another 2 kills right there. And they're going to be pushing tier 3 with this. Mech already finished, so no reason not to. And I think part of this is also shows the power of the Keeper of the Light when he's allowed to just sit in a lane and dominate it. You really just don't have a whole lot that you can do against them, especially not when you pick an Enigma for the jungle. In all honesty, if you were asking me on better picks, if you're looking for that like kind of cheesy 5-man team fight where you just have all these ultis and every time your ultis are up you fight, it's hard to say exactly what would be the better pick. Enigma definitely doesn't give you what you need, though, I feel. And that's one of the most basic things about it. Gosh, I don't know. Enigma does give you the fast mech, but I'm not sure who else you could have picked instead of him. Because, I mean, maybe Leshrac could have done that for you. Leshrac with his ulti and enough, and maybe Edict and his ulti and enough farm, and he'll have enough mana to keep up the damage pretty well. So maybe that would have been a better pick. Maybe they could have controlled the lane a little bit better. I mean, Lich does have a pretty reliable slow with Frost Blast, so it could have been comboed together pretty well. It's still difficult to say exactly what the right choice was. I do think that Enigma was not what they wanted, though. Taking a look around Clink's, looking at net worth. Oh, man. And that's a really telling thing right here. I actually do have it sorted by who has the most worth. And Shadow Demon as the 5 is out net worthing the entire enemy team. There's no other way to say it. That is, this is complete domination in every way, in every regard, I have to say. And they're going to take this Roche here, and after the Roche, I have to imagine they're just going to push. And that'll be GG, I think. If they get this Roche, and there's nothing Dire Team can do about it, they're just going to push one lane, probably bottom, maybe even split push it if they're feeling adventurous. But yeah, I don't see any way that Dire can defend against this. This has just been like as perfectly executed as you could possibly get. And if they get this pick off on Gyro, which Puck looks to be going right for it, or Clink's actually, I should say. Clink's looking for a pick off right now. So Lifestealer is back to full health now, so use this Infest to get back there. And they've got enough health where they can... And now they've got everything that they need to push this tier 3. Keep the light ultimate goes down, using the Illuminate to force back the supports and from this Dire team. Nobody can really stand in that. Nobody's got enough health. Magnus is sitting at the most with 1,000. They are able to push out. Oh, good Dream Coil on 2, though. Does get the Enigma before anything can happen. Magnus RP's in, gets all 4, but, oh, man. Look at just how fast they melt. Look, the level difference is the biggest thing about that. Kisade manages to go in on Gyrocopter, but he can't just do it. He can't do it. And they have not gotten a single kill at all. Even with blowing almost all their ultis, they have not gotten any kills. Lifestealer sitting on low health. Everybody on the Radiant side sitting on low health, but at the end of the day, no kills at all. And that's the most telling thing. I mean, look at how much they blew on that. The RP went down, and that was a great RP. He got 4 in it, and they had the Queen of Pain ult go down. And I mean, Enigma didn't have a chance for the black hole, but they had the chain frost go down as well, and the call down came down. That's everything they have, and they still did not manage to get the kills that they needed for that. And that is exactly what this game has been about. Magnus doesn't. I mean, they just don't have the team fight that they need right now. They don't have it, and I don't know if any kind of waiting is going to be able to get it for them. I mean, maybe if you have the black hole and to finish that off, you could have done it. But at this point, that Radiant team has no reason to back off. All they have to do is just keep pushing. And I mean, granted, they do have the counter push for it. They have Queen of Pain, Shockwave, and then, but they are not going to be able to stand against that. Oh, especially when they're eating double Keeper of the Light blasts. Radiant is probably going to send somebody back. Yeah, the Shadow or Puck is Shadow TPing back in order to pick off the rest, clean this up, and push that out. Taking a look around, Lifestealer going to be going for the Ancients. Is going for the Assault Curious next. He's got the Plate Mail. He's got the Hyperstone. Just needs the last 2 bits of it, the Chainmail and the Chainmail and the excuse me there, guys. The Chainmail and the Recipe. Looking around a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon has an item on the way. It is the Force. It is a Dagon. Okay, so another Dagon. Dagon is good. I suppose it is very good when when it's about half the health of the enemy of anybody on the enemy team, and especially when people are standing in Illuminates like that. So maybe Dagon right choice when you're this far ahead. Then again, you are more farmed than the enemy team Gyrocopter, so you can build whatever you want at this point. Invis Puck with the infested Lifestealer. So they're looking to go for the quick burst damage, and Gyrocopter really needs to be careful here. That is the real Gyrocopter too, and Gyro. Now there's officially zero chance for them to defend against this. They have to sack this tier 3 here, and this is going to be Rax as well. Gyrocopter's not up for another 20. Do pop the glyph though to kind of to try to defend, but at the end of the day, I mean, Monkey King Bar just about to be finished on Clinks, unless of course he wants to go something crazy like Rapier. I don't think we're going to see a Rapier. Although, I don't know if he is quite yet unkillable. Oh, good armlet toggle by Lifestealer manages to get him out just safely. And yeah, we should see GG any minute now. They can't defend from this. They can't go into this at all. Oh, good 3-point on 2. And silence cancels the black hole. So an Orchid from Clinks cancels the black hole. And good game's called. Yeah. So 22-minute game. Unfortunately, I seem to only cast nothing but stomps in this league, but it was a great game played there by Team Page 1. So all credits to them. This definitely was a draft in their favor, and I don't want to say, again, I hate using the term, but outdrafted is what I think of when I see this, because that Puck, they really needed to ban Puck out of that, and as soon as I saw what they left in, I kind of had that feeling exactly what was going to happen. Alright, so anyway guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the games, and I will see you all next week for week number 5 of the Liquid Pasture Community League. Alright, so enjoy as the Ancient explodes, and take care. Okay.